5 police sources have confirmed with Fox 13 that the person killed is Anthony Mims, also known as Big Juke.
Big Juke is dead, and everyone is looking to Yo Gotti for answers. The entire CMG crew has gracefully tiptoed out of Memphis, leaving no big shot artist behind. However, whispers have been circulating that Big Juke had allegedly slapped a cool $40,000 bounty on the head of rival artist Young Dolph, throwing everyone's life into turmoil. But fate had a different plan for Big Juke. Now people are saying his demise was not just a random incident, but a meticulously targeted hit. As the story unfolds, we'll uncover the warning signs that Big Juke chose to ignore, leading to his untimely demise, and how Young Dolph and Yo Gotti's crew fit into this complicated street war. Big Juke's death. In a devastating turn of events, the music industry was rocked by the untimely death of Anthony Big Juke Mims, the brother of renowned rapper Yo Gotti. Big Juke's life was tragically cut short on January 13, 2024, when he was fatally shot outside Perignon's restaurant and event center in Memphis, Tennessee. The incident occurred as he was leaving a funeral service for his late uncle, Eric Eugene Bovin. This shocking event has left fans, friends, and family members in disbelief and mourning the loss of a beloved figure. Big Juke, born Anthony Mims, was more than just Yo Gotti's brother. He was a talented individual in his own right, leaving an indelible mark on the music industry. As a key figure in Yo Gotti's record label Collective Music Group, Big Juke played a vital role in promoting and supporting emerging artists. Big Juke's close bond with his brother Yo Gotti was evident to all who knew them. They shared a deep connection, both personally and professionally. Together, they navigated the highs and lows of the music industry, supporting each other through thick and thin. Big Juke's involvement with Collective Music Group, founded in 2012, helped propel the label to new heights. Under his guidance, the label signed a roster of successful artists, including Moneybagg, Black Youngsta, and Glorilla. Big Juke's passion for music and his keen eye for talent made him an invaluable asset to the label. Beyond his role in the music industry, Big Juke was known for his charismatic personality and his ability to connect with people. He had a way of making everyone feel welcome and valued, leaving a lasting impression on those who crossed his path. However, tragedy struck on that fateful day, January 13, 2024, when Big Juke's life was cut short in a senseless act of violence. As he was leaving a funeral service for his late uncle, Eric Eugene Bovin, he became the target of a fatal shooting outside Perignon's restaurant and event center in Memphis, Tennessee. The shocking incident has left the music industry and fans in a state of disbelief and mourning. The loss of Big Juke has created a void that will never be filled. As the investigation into his death unfolds, questions arise about the motive behind the targeted attack. Speculations have emerged, suggesting a possible connection between Big Juke's death and the 2021 killing of Memphis rapper Young Dolph, who was also tragically gunned down just minutes away from where Big Juke was shot. The alleged rivalry between Yo Gotti and Young Dolph has fueled theories about a potential link between the two incidents. As news of Big Juke's death spread, an outpouring of shock and grief flooded social media platforms. Fans, friends, and fellow artists took to their accounts to express their condolences and share their memories of the beloved figure. Yo Gotti, devastated by the loss of his brother, didn't publicly address the tragedy. However, his absence from the public eye has not gone unnoticed, leaving fans and the music community anxiously awaiting his response. Amidst the expressions of sympathy and support, a disturbing trend emerged. Videos and photos of the crime scene showing Big Juke lying on the ground covered in blood began circulating online. The circulation of these graphic images and videos sparked widespread outrage and condemnation. Many netizens were appalled by the insensitivity of those who shared such traumatic content without considering the emotional impact it could have on viewers. One user, at GreasyP2K14, claimed that the individuals responsible for sharing the pictures and videos were Young Dolph's fans. The motive behind their actions remains unclear, but the impact on the public psyche is undeniable. The outrage intensified as netizens voiced their concerns about the potential harm caused by exposing such graphic imagery to a wide audience. They highlighted the potential trauma inflicted on viewers, particularly young and impressionable individuals who may come across the content. The debate surrounding the sharing of graphic content online raises important questions about the responsibility of individuals in the digital age. While social media platforms have become a powerful tool for sharing information, they also have the potential to perpetuate harm and desensitize users to the consequences of their actions. It is crucial to remember that behind every image and video shared online, there are real people and real emotions at stake. The traumatic ramifications of such content cannot be ignored, and it is essential for individuals to exercise empathy and sensitivity when engaging with and sharing media. However, as the investigation into Big Juke's death unfolds, speculations have emerged regarding the possible connections between his murder and the 2021 killing of Memphis rapper Young Dolph, Yo Gotti's former music rival. Online users have alleged that Big Juke may have been associated with Hernandez Govan, the man indicted for hiring the shooters responsible for Young Dolph's death. These claims have fueled theories about a potential link between the two incidents. The speculation intensified when it was discovered that Big Juke had shared an eerie warning on Instagram just hours before his tragic death. In his last post, he stood next to a Christmas tree, seemingly unaware of the impending danger. The caption accompanying the post read, "They don't want to face you, they want to snake you. Stay alert too. Stay alive, watch your back at all times. Put snakes on the plate and eat great." These cryptic words have left many wondering if Big Juke had a premonition of the danger that awaited him. The chilling nature of Big Juke's warning has captivated the public's attention, leading to further speculation about the motive behind his targeted attack. Some believe that his association with Yo Gotti and the ongoing rivalry with Young Dolph may have made him a target. However, it is important to note that law enforcement officials have yet to establish a direct connection between Young Dolph's death and Big Juke's murder. The investigation is ongoing, and detectives are diligently working to uncover the truth. In the wake of this tragedy, community leaders and fellow artists have called for an end to the cycle of violence that has plagued the music industry. They emphasize the importance of unity and solidarity, urging individuals to put down their weapons and embrace one another. However, despite the immense grief and heartache he must be experiencing, Yo Gotti made a courageous decision to step back into the spotlight. He made his first public appearance since the tragedy at 42 Doug's concert in Detroit. As Yo Gotti took the stage at Little Caesars Arena, the crowd erupted with a mix of emotions. Fans were both surprised and moved by his strength and resilience in the face of such a profound loss. However, his decision to perform so soon after burying two family members sparked a range of reactions from the public. Some expressed their admiration for his ability to channel his pain into his music, while others questioned the timing of his return to work. One user wrote, "Nigga just buried two of his family members and out here on stage. I know niggas grieve differently, but WTF." Another comment highlighted the insensitivity of those who made comments without fully understanding the depth of Yo Gotti's loss. The conflicting opinions reflect the complex nature of grief and the individual ways in which people cope with tragedy. It is important to remember that everyone processes loss differently, and there is no right or wrong way to navigate such profound sorrow. Yo Gotti's decision to wear a bulletproof vest under his shirt during the performance was a stark reminder of the dangers faced by artists in the music industry. It served as a visual representation of the vulnerability and fear that can accompany fame and success. The image of Yo Gotti wearing the vest resonated deeply with fans in the music community, sparking conversations about the need for increased security and protection for artists in an industry plagued by violence. Amidst the discussions surrounding Yo Gotti's public appearance, fellow rapper Rick Ross also spoke out about the tragedy. In a heartfelt message on social media, he called for an end to gun violence and emphasized the importance of unity and love among brothers. Rick Ross's words resonated with many as they highlighted the need for communities to come together and support one another in the face of adversity. The loss of Big Juke and the ongoing violence in the music industry serve as a somber reminder of the urgent need for change. Nevertheless, the Memphis Police Department has been working tirelessly to uncover the truth behind Big Juke's targeted attack. Detectives have been meticulously gathering evidence, interviewing witnesses, and analyzing surveillance footage in their pursuit of justice. While speculations have emerged about a possible connection between Big Juke's murder and the death of Memphis rapper Young Dolph, law enforcement officials have yet to establish a direct link between the two incidents. MPD Deputy Chief Paul Wright Jr. addressed the media during a press conference, stating that they are exploring all possible leads and circumstances that may have led to the killing. He emphasized the importance of a thorough investigation to ensure that justice is served. The investigation has been complex, with detectives meticulously piecing together the events leading up to the shooting. They are leaving no stone unturned in their pursuit of the truth, determined to bring those responsible to justice. The Memphis community has rallied behind the efforts of law enforcement, urging anyone with information to come forward. They understand the significance of cooperation in solving this heinous crime and bringing closure to Big Juke's family and loved ones. As the investigation progresses, it is crucial to remember the impact of violence on the community and the need for unity in the face of tragedy. The loss of Big Juke serves as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of gun violence and the urgent need for change. War in Memphis. The street war that may have caused Big Juke's death was a tragic and shocking event that sent shockwaves through the music industry and the city of Memphis. This intense conflict, driven by deep-rooted personal and professional rivalries, pitted two influential rap factions against each other, the notorious Trula Mafia and the rising Paper Route Empire. At the heart of this feud were two prominent artists, Young Dolph and Gotti, whose animosity and ongoing disputes fueled the flames of this war. The escalating tensions between their respective crews led to a series of confrontations, diss tracks, and even acts of violence. The devastating climax of this war came with the untimely demise of Young Dolph, a rising star in the rap scene, and the tragic loss of Big Juke and others. In the last 2 decades, the southern part of the United States has produced a plethora of skilled rap artists hailing from cities like Miami, Houston, Atlanta, and New Orleans. However, one city stands out as a true epicenter of the genre's influence: Memphis, Tennessee. This city wasn't just a mere spot on the map, it was a movement in itself. Among the well-known rap groups that emerged from Memphis were MJG, 8 Ball, 3 6 Mafia, and Project Pat. But it was Gotti who made a significant impact on the music industry. With hit songs like Down in the DM and I Know, Gotti quickly established himself as a force to be reckoned with, not content with just dropping chart-topping tracks. Gotti took things a step further by setting up his own record label, Collective Music Group, CMG. With CMG, he aimed to nurture and promote fellow Memphis talents, such as Black Youngstar and Snooty Wild, giving them a platform to shine. While Gotti achieved considerable success in his music career, another rapper was on the rise, Young Dolph. Born in Chicago but raised in Memphis, Young Dolph quickly made a name for himself with his unique style and captivating lyrics. In 2010, he officially founded his record label, Paper Route Empire, as a means to showcase his talent and support other artists. Young Dolph's projects, like High Class Street Music, garnered attention and critical acclaim. Collaborations with notable artists such as Pee Wee Longway and Gucci Mane further solidified his presence in the rap scene. His dedication and entrepreneurial spirit were evident when he released High Class Street Music in 2014 and went on Sway in the Morning to discuss his independent approach to the music industry. During the interview, Young Dolph explained his decision not to sign a record deal with Gotti or any other major label. He expressed his desire to bet on himself, emphasizing that he had invested significant time and money into his career. Dolph's independent mindset and refusal to join someone else's team set the stage for the brewing conflict between him and Gotti. In the rap game, alliances and rivalries often shape the landscape, and the tension between Gotti and Young Dolph became increasingly apparent in February 2016. Dolph took to Twitter to voice his concerns, suggesting that Gotti had changed from being his #1 fan and wanting to sign him to becoming his biggest hater. While Dolph didn't explicitly mention Gotti's name, it was clear to everyone who he was referring to. The situation escalated when Young Dolph announced that his first album would be titled King of Memphis. This album title directly challenged Gotti's self-proclaimed title as the King of Memphis. The Memphis hip-hop scene and the larger rap community interpreted this move as Dolph's deliberate attempt to dethrone Gotti and claim the top spot for himself. To add fuel to the fire, Gotti's artist, Black Youngstar, entered the fray. In an Instagram video, Youngstar directly challenged Dolph's claim of being the King of Memphis, calling him weak and questioning his authenticity as a true Memphian. The insults and threats from Youngstar further intensified the feud between Dolph and Gotti, making it clear that this was not just a battle of words, but a deeply personal and heated conflict. The tensions reached a boiling point when Youngstar and his crew went to Young Dolph's neighborhood in Memphis, armed with guns. Although they didn't find Dolph, their actions demonstrated the seriousness of the feud and the potential for violence. While many speculated that Gotti was behind Youngstar's actions, Gotti denied any involvement, stating that Youngstar was responsible for his behavior. However, Young Dolph took to Instagram to expose the truth, posting pictures of other Memphis rap legends who inspired him, indirectly conveying the message that he looked up to them, not Gotti. In response, Black Youngstar released a song called Shake Some, challenging Dolph's claim of importance in Memphis and asserting that Dolph was not truly from the city. The back-and-forth insults and diss tracks between the two camps further fueled the animosity and solidified the divide between Dolph and Gotti. As tensions continued to rise, Young Dolph released a scathing song titled Play With Yo Bitch, directly aimed at Gotti. The song contained strong and disrespectful lyrics, including insults about Gotti's child's mother and accusations that Gotti became famous by criticizing the iconic rap group 3 6 Mafia. The feud between Young Dolph and Gotti reached its peak, with both artists engaging in a war of words through their music. While Gotti chose not to directly respond with a diss track, he made it clear that he was unfazed by Dolph's words, highlighting his connections with industry heavyweights like Jay-Z and L.A. Reid. The conflict between Dolph and Gotti seemed to simmer down momentarily in March 2017, with Dolph referring to the feud as old news and shifting his focus toward the future. However, the underlying tensions and unresolved issues between the two artists remained, setting the stage for further dramatic events that would ultimately lead to tragedy. In the midst of the ongoing feud, Young Dolph survived a shooting incident in his car. The incident occurred in Hollywood, near Shoe Palace, close to Hollywood and Highland. Miraculously, Dolph emerged unharmed thanks to the bulletproof car he was driving. In a display of fearlessness, he even performed his anti-Gotti song on stage that same night, sending a clear message that he would not be intimidated. The shooting incident raised suspicions that Yo Gotti might have been involved, as both artists were staying at the same hotel, and a fight had broken out between their respective groups. Initially, the police considered Gotti a possible suspect in the shooting, but later clarified that he was not connected to the incident. However, rumors and theories surrounding Gotti's involvement in Dolph's death continued to circulate online. A day after the shooting, the LAPD announced that someone linked to Yo Gotti had been charged with attempting to kill Young Dolph. While the main suspect was initially arrested, they were later released without any charges. The investigation into the shooting remained ongoing, with the police still searching for two other individuals believed to be connected to the incident. Following Young Dolph's tragic death, evidence emerged suggesting a connection between the Trula Mafia and Yo Gotti's group. Pictures circulated online showing Hernandez Govan, a member of the Trula Mafia, socializing with Big Juke, who is Gotti's sibling. Additionally, a video surfaced in which Grove Hero claimed that Big Juke had offered a $40,000 bounty for anyone who would kill Young Dolph. These revelations sparked intense speculation and online discussions, with many pointing fingers at Gotti, Juke, and CMG for their alleged involvement in Dolph's murder. Blogger Vada Fly captured the sentiments of many, tweeting about the connections between Yo Gotti's brother and the arrested suspect, suggesting a deep-seated hatred and a team effort to plot and execute Dolph's demise. The aftermath of Young Dolph's death was marked by heightened tensions in Memphis. Unsurprisingly, acts of violence erupted, with individuals being targeted for making casual comments about the tragedy. The strong and serious actions taken against those believed to be responsible for Dolph's death highlighted the deep-seated emotions and desire for justice within the community. As the investigation progressed, Hernandez Govan was charged with killing Young Dolph and being the alleged mastermind behind the plan to take his life. Govan was accused of ordering the attack on Dolph, further implicating the Trula Mafia in the tragic events. In a shocking turn of events, Jamarcus Johnson, another suspect, came forward in June 2023 and confessed to assisting after the crime had taken place. Johnson's confession made him a key witness in the case, shedding light on the truth and potentially implicating his fellow suspects. However, due to the serious nature of the charges and the complexity of the legal process, the trial for those accused of killing Young Dolph might not take place until later in 2024. As the trial looms, the shocking events and intricate details surrounding the feud between Trella Mafia, Paper Route Empire, Yo Gotti, and Young Dolph continue to captivate and shock the public. However, as the investigation unfolded, it became clear that the suspects involved in Dolph's murder were not just ordinary street-level criminals. They were part of a larger criminal operation known as the Trula Mafia, with connections to organized gang crimes and a history of engaging in illegal activities. One of the main suspects in the case is Justin Johnson, also known as Straight Drop. Johnson, who was 23 years old at the time of the murder, had a troubling history of illegal activities and violence. He was not just a random individual caught up in the conflict. He was deeply involved in the criminal underworld. Johnson's connection to the Trella Mafia and his alleged role in Young Dolph's murder raised questions about the extent of the gang's involvement. Another suspect in the case is Cornelius Smith, who was 32 years old at the time of the murder. Smith's involvement in the crime was not limited to being an accomplice. He stole the car that was used in the murder. This act demonstrated his active participation in the events leading up to Young Dolph's death. Shundale Barnett, age 27, is another individual implicated in the murder. While not directly involved in committing the crime itself, Barnett was present in the car with Justin Johnson when they were apprehended by the police. This suggested that Barnett played a role in assisting Johnson after the crime had occurred, making him an accessory to the murder. The involvement of these suspects in organized gang crimes and their connections to the Trula Mafia raised the possibility of the RICO statute being applied to the case. The RICO statute allows law enforcement to target not only individual criminals, but also the entire criminal organization and its members. This powerful tool could be instrumental in dismantling the Trula Mafia and holding all those involved accountable. Fingers crossed that justice is truly served. Remembering Big Juke. Big Juke, the older brother of renowned rapper Yo Gotti, played a significant role in shaping and influencing Yo Gotti's life and musical career. Their bond was strong, and Big Juke's impact on Yo Gotti's life cannot be overstated. From a young age, Big Juke recognized Yo Gotti's talent and passion for music. He became Yo Gotti's biggest supporter and mentor, providing guidance and encouragement every step of the way. Big Juke's belief in Yo Gotti's abilities helped fuel his younger brother's determination to succeed in the rap industry. As Yo Gotti embarked on his musical journey, Big Juke was always by his side. He acted as a guiding force, offering advice on songwriting, performance techniques, and navigating the music industry. Big Juke's experience and knowledge became invaluable to Yo Gotti, who looked up to his older brother as a role model. Not only did Big Juke provide guidance, but he also played a crucial role in Yo Gotti's career development. He used his connections and entrepreneurial skills to help Yo Gotti secure opportunities, collaborations, and record deals. Big Juke's influence opened doors for Yo Gotti, propelling his career to new heights. Beyond the music industry, Big Juke was a constant source of support and inspiration for Yo Gotti. He instilled in him the values of hard work, perseverance, and loyalty. Big Juke's presence in Yo Gotti's life gave him the strength and motivation to overcome obstacles and stay true to his artistic vision. Their brotherly bond extended beyond the professional realm. Big Juke was not only Yo Gotti's mentor, but also his confidant and best friend. They shared countless memories and experiences, both on and off the stage. Big Juke's unwavering support and love for his younger brother created a strong foundation for their relationship. Despite the controversies that surrounded Big Juke, Yo Gotti remained fiercely loyal to his brother. He stood by him during the difficult times, never wavering in his belief in Big Juke's innocence. Their bond was unbreakable, and Yo Gotti's admiration for his older brother remained unwavering. The impact of Big Juke on Yo Gotti's life and career cannot be overstated. He was not only a mentor and guide, but also a pillar of strength and inspiration. Big Juke's belief in Yo Gotti's talent and his unwavering support played a crucial role in shaping Yo Gotti into the successful artist he is today. The life of Big Juke was not without controversy, particularly in relation to the untimely death of Young Dolph, a rival of Yo Gotti. Unsubstantiated rumors began to circulate, suggesting that Big Juke was involved in a plot to assassinate Young Dolph. These allegations shook the rap industry and led to Big Juke being questioned by the police. However, it is important to approach these claims with caution, as the truth surrounding his alleged involvement remains unknown. The controversy surrounding Big Juke and the allegations of his involvement in the plot to assassinate Young Dolph had far-reaching consequences. It not only affected his personal life, but also had a significant impact on his career and the perception of his legacy. The rap community was divided, with some believing the rumors and others standing by Big Juke, asserting his innocence. During this tumultuous time, Yo Gotti remained steadfast in his support for his brother. He vehemently defended Big Juke, maintaining his belief in his innocence. Yo Gotti publicly stated that the allegations were baseless and that Big Juke had no involvement in the tragic events that unfolded. However, the controversy surrounding Big Juke took a toll on his life. The constant scrutiny and suspicion weighed heavily on him, affecting his mental and emotional well-being. He found himself caught in the crossfire of a feud that escalated beyond his control. Tragically, the life of Big Juke was cut short by a senseless act of violence. On a fateful day in Memphis, Tennessee, Big Juke met a tragic end that sent shockwaves through the music industry and his devoted fan base. The news of his untimely death left a void that could never be filled. The circumstances surrounding Big Juke's death were as heartbreaking as they were shocking. It was reported that he had attended a local funeral and was on his way home when the unthinkable happened. In a cruel twist of fate, he was shot and killed, leaving behind a legacy that would forever be marked by tragedy. I can't help but draw parallels between his life and that of Young Dolph Young. Dolph wasn't just praised for his raw and honest lyrics that delved into his brushes with danger and mortality. He was also admired for his humor and genuine concern for his friends and fans, recognizing that individuals are complex and their worth can't solely be defined by actions or public conflicts. Dolph embraced his own intricacies and aspired to inspire his listeners to do the same. Despite his remarkable accomplishments, Dolph maintained an approachable and relatable demeanor. His music provided an authentic peek into the Southern Black experience, resonating deeply with his audience. Moreover, Dolph's influence extended beyond his personal success in the music industry. He actively nurtured and mentored young artists, helping them navigate the often tumultuous terrain of the music business. Rather than signing with a major record label, Dolph chose to release his music independently through his record label. He took pride in achieving national fame on his terms and encouraged other rappers to similarly take control of their destinies. Together with a talented team of producers and artists in Los Angeles, Dolph created extraordinary music, including his final project, Paper Route Illuminati, which he unveiled before his untimely passing. One particular song on that album encapsulated Dolph's desire to uplift those around him. As he proclaimed, "I put ice on everybody around me just to see them shining, 7 inches." Not only did he shower himself with material wealth, but he also allowed the artist signed to his Paper Route Empire label to shine on numerous tracks across the album. By the age of 36, Young Dolph had achieved artistic triumphs and skillfully managed his entrepreneurial endeavors. As a dedicated father, he was passionate about giving back to his community. Every year, he organized a meaningful event in Memphis where he distributed turkeys and donated money to families in need. This showcased his resilience, having grown up in poverty and confronting the challenges of his parents' struggles with substance addiction. To commemorate his impactful legacy, former Senator Katrina Robinson and Representative Torrey C. Harris introduced a bill in February 2022. This legislation proposed the designation of November 17th as the Adolph Thornton Day of Service, marking the day Dolph tragically passed away. The bill acknowledged Dolph's philanthropic pursuits and his unwavering commitment to bettering the lives of others. The primary aim of this designated day is to celebrate Dolph's music, his dedication to community service, and to encourage people in Tennessee to support one another. Alas, as is the case in the world of rap, conflicts and rivalries can arise, and Dolph found himself caught in the middle of it all. Same with Big Juke. We have to remember them as they are, flawed human beings who weren't perfect but made a mark. Thanks for watching. Click on the videos on your screen for similar content.